Hey, class is Mrs. Gilling back, and I'm here today to go over your second project in sociology. Can you believe it? We're already through the first unit. Things are rolling by pretty fast. So without further ado, let's go into your project for unit number 2. You ready? So here's the project in flip switch, so a writing project. So if you choose to do the writing project, here's your prompt. What would your day be like if you got up one morning and suddenly found that you had changed in a big way? How would you react if you suddenly became a physically challenged or elderly person overnight? As you go about your day, think about everything that would be different if you were disabled or elderly. What challenges might you face? Write down several things that stand out to you. For example, if you were on a sports team, would you be on that team if you were disabled? Perhaps you would be playing a different sport altogether. Use your imagination to picture a day lived as an elderly or physically challenged person. You will need to come up with many differences and details in order to have enough material for a good essay. So this is a super fun essay, I think. It really helps you think a lot. All you have to do is pretend that you wake up one morning and either you're elderly, so in like your 80s, 90s, or you have a disability. So maybe you're in a wheelchair, or maybe you're deaf or blind, something along those lines. So you're going to pretend that for a day you had that disability, you woke up, and what was your life like? And you're going to write an essay, a 5-paragraph essay explaining what a day in the life of being disabled or elderly is like. And I like this essay because it helps you to kind of put yourself in somebody else's shoes and understand what they go through. And then we get so busy with our lives sometimes that we forget to stop and look around and see what other people are experiencing. And sometimes we take for granted all the things that we're able to do. We take for granted our youth, and that we're able to have energy, that we're able to, jump up and down and ride bikes and go swimming. And when you get older, a lot of times those things are more difficult for you. And sometimes we take for granted the senses that we have of sight and hearing and the ability that we have to walk. And it's a really good thing for us to do sometimes, to take a step back and say, hey, like, what would life be like in society if I had these different challenges? And so pretend that one morning you wake up and you have these disabilities or these challenges, and write a paper. Tell me what you think a day in the life of the person would be like. And have fun with this and be descriptive. Come up with lots of differences. Don't just say, oh, it could be hard, and make it good, right? 5 paragraphs telling me, like, man, it would be hard because I wouldn't be able to do this, or this, or maybe this would change. But also maybe there's some good things that come about it, and you could write about those as well, include those. Yeah, I woke up and I'm old now, but hey, I don't have to go to school anymore. Now I can spend the day playing pinochle with my friends. Like, who knows? Who knows what you want to do when you're older? But 5-paragraph essay, just like the other one, it should follow standard essay format, have an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion that ties everything together. And make sure, as always, you have good grammar there. So that's the one to turn in flip switch. Again, I think it's a fun essay for you, and it's an eye opener. But if you don't want to write an essay, or you're into something else, we have another project for you. So like the one last unit, this is another video project that you can do. So you're going to watch 2 videos. The first one is called A Class Divided. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard about it, but quite a few years ago, we're talking 20, 30 years ago, there was an experiment done by a school teacher, and she was trying to teach students about discrimination. And so she had the students put on different collars around their necks, not collars like a dog collar, but like collars on a shirt kind of thing. They put different collars around their necks to signify whether they had brown eyes or blue eyes. And you'll see in the video that when she did that, she said that one group of students with a certain eye color was more superior than the other group, and that group of students was treated much better than the other students. And it's a really interesting video that shows how discrimination works, and how easy it is to really discriminate in society. It's a fascinating video. Now, if you do choose to watch, I have to warn you again. Like I said, this was filmed many, many years ago, and they use terms that we would not use today. They're not politically correct, and I would never ever encourage you to use, and they aren't all right. And they're just words that back in that day they did use. They said those things. So please just be sensitive to that as you watch the video. It's not something that I think is something we should say today or do today. Just be aware of the context, that back then in those days those were terms that we used. And the video does a good job of showing that, hey, we shouldn't talk like that, and we shouldn't be like that, and we should have respect for everyone. So super interesting into kind of discrimination, and how how that comes about. And then you're going to watch another video. If you remember, if you did the video option last time, there's a crash course. Here's another one on gender conflict, and it talks about different in society how sometimes genders aren't always treated equally. So you'll watch those two videos, and you'll fill out as you watch them a little worksheet just showing that your understanding was being taught, and you'll have two short little one paragraph essay questions that go along with it, and that's it. And you'll turn that one in Google Classroom. So you should be able to see it there. By the time this video is uploaded there, you'll have it. So those are your options. So you can either do what's in Flip Switch, or you can do this video project. Both of them are great. It just depends on what you want to learn about this time, and what fascinates you the most. So you guys are doing a great job so far. I've really appreciated the work that's been turned in. I've really enjoyed getting to know each of you. And as always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I still have my office hours on Thursdays from 8 to 9 p.m. And I'm available on Google Hangouts. You can send me an instant message there. You can email me, call me, text me. I'm here for you to help you out in whatever way that I can. But now that you've watched this video, please go to our Google Classroom now and complete the video assignment. If you did it last time, you'll know it doesn't really take that long. Just log in, go hit there, fill out the short little answers, and turn it in, and you're good to go. And it really does help me because it helps me know that you understand what you need to do for your projects. So great job so far, and I'm happy to be working with you, and we will talk to you next unit. All right, guys, have a good one.